welcome to another Tabitha's Glass Emporium YouTube video. We're still making things out of our Curious range because it's around World Earth Day. We're looking at that and wanting to promote the fact that we use every part of our pool, that we sell you everything we make to make sure that we are doing our most to do what we can for the environment, plus giving you some affordable, beautiful glass that you can use in your projects. So today I wanted to show you this. It's kind of similar to the last project, but this is using a full fuse, and it really shows that, you know, this one here is made out of a hollow murrine with another one in the centre, and that looks like an extraordinarily expensive, lovely murrine you could buy. But it's not, it's a bit of candy mix. They're both pieces of candy mix. So today I want to show you how to make this. So for this project we want to cut 2 layers of tech to the same size, because we're going full fuse on this. We want them the same size so that we're going to have 2 layers. So it's your 6mm rule. When you're going full fuse, you need 6mm of glass. So that's what I've got. So I'm taking 1 layer, and I'm just going to use my wooden box to lift it up. I've got a piece of paper here just to hold, means that I can pick it up easily. So I use these, get them from the hardware store. I want to create a sun shape, so to have a little sun. Now I've got a kind of template here, which is just going to cover up my sun afterwards. So I'm sort of looking for a sun shape about that big, and I might even just use a Sharpie to draw around it to sort of know that's the area of the sun. Now, yellow glass reacts quite a lot with blue glass. So I don't really want too much blue glass on the yellow, otherwise I won't have a nice bright coloured sun. So this is sunflower yellow. So I'm putting this down. Now I've probably got a little bit too much in the sieve. You don't want a kind of enormous layer because then it's sort of less controlling of where it's going. I'm looking for a sort of smaller area of sun. Now I don't mind it being a little bit over the edge, but I want a good concentration of it in the middle. Now that's sunflower yellow. I'm going to also use a little bit of marigold because I want a little bit of a little bit more orangey, but I'm going to choose fairly small amount of that and just sort of go around the edge a bit with the dusting of marigold. Now I've got that, I'm just going to take a paintbrush, and guys, please remember that you should be wearing masks if you're dealing with powders. I'm just going to clean up. This is a rather oversized paintbrush, but it was the only one I had easily to hand. Use a smaller paintbrush. Don't use the size of paintbrush I'm using. So then I've got a little piece of paper to go over the sun just to protect it. And now I'm going to think of, I want some green at the bottom. So that's and with landscapes you always want to think 2/3, 1/3 to 2/3. So I'm going to do 1/3 as ground and 2/3 as sky, but you kind of, I'm going to go up at the edges a bit with the green. So it's not 100%, but this is what I'm aiming for. And then I'm going to go at the top of the sky. Now I'm also using spring green and light cyan, which also react together. But in the kind of green and the blue area, I don't mind a bit of reaction there. It's sort of, you get a bit of browns in a landscape. I don't mind that here. I'm going to now add a few other colour greens and blues on just to make the sky a bit more mottled. So then I can move this off, and I'm going to put this now on my kiln shelf to build up. And from now on, I'm just going to add, I want to add stringers and flowers. So I'm using the Curious curious murrine we've got to build up a flower meadow. And because it's all going to melt together as a full fuse, it doesn't really matter if they're completed murrine or not, or their shapes or not, because it's all going to melt together. So I'm just going to want to add lots and lots of things to this to make it into one kind of big flower meadow, and then I'll probably add some frit as well afterwards. But I'm going to get on, put it all together, and you can see what I do. So I'm not only using a curious, I'm also using some candy mix in this project too, which is also another kind of really great thing you can use, which is so cheap. And look, you know, look at the things I'm getting. Look, I'm getting that piece in candy mix, and it totally looks like a flower. So you get awesome things in candy mix, which particularly when you're going on a full fuse, and so it's all kind of blending together. It's really good. The main thing with this project is you want to load it. You want to put, you know, you don't want to go minimalist. You want lots of it, lots of colour. Well, you could, you know, if you were the sort of person who just wanted one colour or two colours, you could do that. I'm going with lots of colours, but predominantly what we've got available. So we haven't got any pinks available except for the pink. So I'm doing a lot of yellows. We have lots of yellow candy mix available. We bagged all the candy mix up, so this is just what's left over. So I'm just going to finish off putting the last few bits of this on, and then this can go in on a full fuse. So here this is out of the kiln. A bit of dog boning here. I don't mind that. I don't mind it. I think it's nice. I think once it's we're going to mount it and get it framed, and it will look amazing in a frame. So we're going to do that, and then we can see how it looks as a finished piece. So here it is, nicely framed. It shows what a lovely bit of framing can do to kind of elevate a piece into something that's quite special, and also if you're selling it, something that's, you know, worth buying. I like these IKEA box frames. They're really good value. It means they stand up on their own. They do have a thing at the back so you can lean them, which can be nice when you're displaying, but I think it works really well. I've taken the plastic out. It does have plastic inside it. You can leave it in or take it out. It scratches very easily, so do watch it if you want to leave it in, that you make sure it doesn't get scratched. You could put glass in instead if you wanted to, you know, elevate it to another level. Get some 2mm float glass, and that would also add to it. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I think it really shows taking some curious, which are some more budget murrine options, and turning them to a gorgeous flower meadow, and no one would know that you had taken the kind of the cheaper way, which sometimes is what you need to do. We don't always have the money to buy the kind of top of the range murrine, and this is a really way of making a super great flower meadow with some less expensive products, which I think is kind of great. Also, as it's around World Earth Day, we're kind of, you know, really keen to emphasise the fantasticness of using all of the parts of the murrine pool. We don't want to throw anything away that you guys can use and turn into a beautiful piece of glass. So I hope that you guys can go on the website, tabithasglassemporium.com, and check out our curious products. If we've sold out a lot right now because a lot of people, we've been promoting this, and so a lot of people have been buying them, check back. We'll always get new ones in. We're, you know, getting them in all the time and updating the website all the time. Or you can always sign up to our newsletter, and then you will hear if there are any fantastic new products or offers on available at any given time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see what you do with this idea. And until next time, happy fusing.